Hey guys, this is Mark coming to you with another upload. I have a little glare here on my phone because the sun's right above us. But today's video, guys, is gonna be about something a little different. Not really different. I'm a gaming channel, obviously. Thank you guys for watching my channel. Obviously, first off, thank you guys for watching my channel. Thank you guys for watching what I'm doing and watching my channel, watching my videos and live streams. Got plenty of videos down below. Almost 1,000 videos so far. Approaching almost 200 subscribers, and I thank you guys for watching my videos and subscribing to the channel. It helps me a lot. It helps keeps me going because there's days where I do YouTube as a fun hobby. It's fun for me. It's not I have to do it to get revenue. I have a full-time gig and a house and car paid for, so that's why I do stuff like this on the side, and it's really fun. And you guys like it, obviously. So that being said, though, today's topic video, thumbnail, streaming services. How they hooked us, how they really made us get hooked into their ecosystem. Mostly, the video is how they duped us into believing we have to have it. I'm not talking about YouTube TV or I'm subscribed to YouTube TV. I'm not talking about Hulu or Netflix or those things. Those things have movies. Yeah, they have their own separate issues with those, and you can go on for hours about those. But it's all about convenience with the media, news, YouTube, Fubo. I had YouTube and Fubo myself for a while. I currently have YouTube TV, so I understand streaming services, but that's more of a cable service, not really streaming. It's more cut the cable box and getting streaming. I mean actual games. Game Pass Ultimate, Plus, Ubisoft Play, or Ubisoft Plus, you want to call it, EA Play, whatever Play, insert whatever hell game subscriptions here. Amazon Luna, Stadia, that pretty much fizzled out even before it started. But how do we get here? How do we get from having going to the store and GameStop or Walmart or Best Buy, if you're in the know that's your thing, buying a physical game, going home and popping it into your disk drive? Apparently that became too hard for us to do. Apparently, yes, I'm a big fat guy, but because I eat too much, and I am exercising, going to the gym and stuff though, and I am a big fat guy, and I get that. So I have my own demons, my own issues to work out, anxiety, stuff, problems. We all have problems. Alcoholics, drug addicts, everybody has their issues. There's no one that walks around, I'm perfectly fine. No, there's somebody walking around with some problem. Could be vanity, could be gluttony, could be whatever. So, but looking back at the gaming situation, I've been looking at this like, are we lazy, or are we just tired of the convenience of driving to the store and seeing somebody face to face, buying said game from that person and going back home, popping and downloading it. And with the advent of games nowadays being pretty much only online, Helldivers 2, Battlefield, most of Call of Duty, Diablo games. You can probably play those games offline. Elder Ring. You can play online, offline, single player only. The new game that came out, not Oblivion, that's something. Elder Scrolls Remastered came out, and that's an online thing. You can probably play solo, maybe with friends, landline, whatever. But better play online. Now I do believe Elder Scrolls is only online because of changing worlds and how those games are. MMO games are mostly going to be online. But how do we get to having the convenience of going to the store, GameStop? Hey, Joe Smo, GameStop person. I'm here for the 12 o'clock midnight release, 11 o'clock release, 9 o'clock release. Now I'm gonna go home and download it off the console ecosystem of my choice or PC of my choice, or insert your gaming preference here, choice, and just wait for it to download fully, and fill up my SSD with 100% of the game instead of 20% of the game in most cases on disk. Even though back in 360 era, you pop the game in at work. Now PS3 was the cell configuration. We had to download every game, but even that wasn't considered as insanity, as everything requires downloads now. Requires you to sit there and literally, literally have your life flash before your eyes, waiting for your game of choice to download. Internet speed can be damned sometimes. Like I said, I have 100 megabyte download. I had 300. Since my roommate left the house, they went on their own way. I downgraded from 300 to 100. Don't know the difference at all in speed. I think it's a great situation for me because, it's cheaper. But also, I don't need that much speed anymore. Even with 300, I know there's a difference of speed issues. So, but every game is different. Some games may require more of internet bandwidth. Eventually they'll probably have internet bandwidth need to be 100 megabytes to sustain. I guarantee they'll eventually put on the recommended or required game speed 50 megabytes plus. I guarantee eventually they probably will. And I'll do some video about that one probably tomorrow night or tonight. I'm off Sunday, so I'll probably do it tonight, weekend roundup. Talk about internet speeds and gaming, online gaming, and getting an idea how fast you may need. I'll do that probably tonight. Have a good Q&R question. Last time I did a Q&R question, Friday was Thursday, Friday. You guys answered a lot of questions, and I asked a lot of questions. I answered the best I could about graphics cards, and I appreciate you guys' responses. Now, going back to the situation at hand, what is the issue with the overallness coming from the situation with the Game Pass Ultimate? Why do I think they would do? We've been hoodwinked. It's because we've been told this is a cheaper way to play games. Game prices are going up $70. Yes. $80. Yes. Granted. But games are not getting any more completed faster with Game Pass Ultimate, PlayStation Plus, even though I don't put games day one on theirs, or Steam or whatever. We don't see getting the digital digital revolution and really really fisting it out there. We're not seeing the, oh my god, this is so awesome. We're still waiting for bugs to be fixed and issues and problematic systems and all the other crap we gotta worry about. And we're not seeing that. And we're not seeing the fixes. We're not seeing this. All we're seeing is that we're spending, in some cases, $70, $80, $70, $80, $100, $200 for a game, even digital, by the way, just to sit there and have to wait for it to download. Wait for it to update, if it updates at all. Because if you get a bad update, it's going to corrupt your game. You got to uninstall and reinstall it again. Literally, uninstall the game, reinstall it again. I've done that multiple times with Helldivers 2, Battlefield, Spider-Man. These games had issues. Now, games like Cyberpunk was very simple, fix, single-player game, but still, you're buying a digital game. Cyberpunk you probably get eventually on Game Pass Ultimate eventually. If it already hasn't been on it already yet. The issue is, you're renting games long period of time. Yes, you can buy them. But with Ubisoft saying that we don't own any games, even digital games, we're just renting licenses, it kind of makes you wonder, how do we get hoodwink into long-term rentals? This is just as bad as the XTNZ in the renting gaming rigs. $5,000 game rig you're paying $100 a month for, but you don't own it. This is just as bad as that. Even though it's worse. This is just feeding the this is just backwards feeding the monster, and feeding it. And it's all we're doing. Myself included, I have Game Pass Ultimate. And I will give away, and if you have a special message at the end of the video, happening here in about maybe a few minutes or so. Now we're ready to get going. I might extend a little longer. I think people just need to accept the fact that gaming in general is expensive, regardless if you're going on a la carte, buying games on Steam or Xbox or PlayStation or Nintendo. It's going to be expensive, no matter what you do. It's going to be one of those things where you have to sit there and spend, tons of money. Even if you do, the month-to-month, $17 a month, that's 17, that's 20, that's 20, it's 30, it's, in 6 months, you could buy one game. It is cheaper. I grant it. I give you that. Streaming services are cheaper. Gaming services are cheaper, like PlayStation Plus, barely, and even Game Pass, barely cheaper, if you buy the month-to-month stuff. One thing a lot of people don't understand is, when you buy these games, or when you buy the Game Pass or the Plus or whatever you're buying, the Ubisoft, you don't own anything. Like me, I'm very happy, not owning Titanfall 2 or Doom, A New Ages when it comes out. Doom, New Ages when it comes out. I'm very, very happy by, not owning that, because Doom to me is a game you play, you beat it, you're done with it. I know I own Battlefield, I own Helldivers, because those games you can play over and over again. They have replay value. Doom does not. Titanfall 2 does not. Single player, but that's, it. So certain games I would buy off Xbox or Steam because they have replay value. Even single player games. But how many games have I played that I bought? I bought maybe close to 100 games. I played maybe 8 of them. We're all in the same boat on Steam. But if you can go up there and spend, $50 for 3 days, 3 months, 3 days, 90 days, and get, this many games you can play at any given time, where you can play them, as long as you want or whatever. Play them, do stuff like that. You don't have to worry about them, owning them. So you have workaround. But if you do want to own the game, or own the licenses, let's go ahead and call it what it is. You can have that option too. You can own the license, own the game, you want to call it, and have it in your SSD, say an SSD where you can play anytime you want to, even if you don't have Game Pass anymore, unless it's an online game, you have to have it, unless you're on a PC where it's free. So I think this really applies to the console crowd, what I'm talking about. See, you have to have Game Pass and PlayStation Plus to play games online. Helldivers 2, Halo, Call of Duty. You have to have online multiplayer, paid for. For PC, don't have to. But even then, I still have Game Pass Ultimate, because I have had it since I had the original 360. in the Xbox One. So, me personally, I have no issue spending, $17, a month because I have like 2 years of it. Because I buy certain sales, I go to Best Buy or GameStop. They all have a sale on games Ultimate. I gotta go pick up one or two of them, or 3 months or whatever. Pick it up, put it on my account, and I usually forget about it. Then I go a month later and buy like a 3 month again or a month, and I forget about it. That's when I know I add it on there, and I'm good to like 2026, 2027. So, and a lot of us are the same way. Me too. A lot of us are like me. Once you go from console to PC, your mindset, I have to buy Plus, even though you don't need it really, unless you want to play games off the app, the Xbox app, or play games on PlayStation app. Well, they don't have one yet for PC yet. They should have one where you can play games, you can chat people online. And I have an account with PlayStation, and have like an app, app I can download where I can play games, talk to friends I haven't seen in years because I don't have PlayStation anymore. Would be a cool thing, and that would be a good thing for all gamers. But and then until Sony gets that situation in their mind where they can do that, we're still stuck with the situation we have to do, what we do. But don't get me wrong, I understand that the Xbox crowd, PlayStation crowd are tired for playing or paying for online. I hear it all the time. It's understandable. I hear it. I get it. It's understandable. But your ecosystem requires you to have it. To hook you into the ecosystem. As a PC gamer, I don't have to have it. I do because I had it for many years, so I'll go ahead and keep it because there's a lot of games on Game Pass I'll play. Want to go to PC. Now I have an Xbox where I can play Feed Infinity 2. I love Feed Infinity 2. It's a great game. It's a mind, it's a time killer kind of thing. But I think these services can be overhauled, to expand to PC like PlayStation Network should do. Give more options to the Xbox ecosystem, where they don't have to have gold or plus or what do you want to call it, or ultimate, to play games online. Because technically, everything is still locked behind that paywall, with the chat and stuff, and in the chat. I do believe if you don't have ultimate, you can't chat with anybody. Same as plus. If you don't have plus, you can't chat with anybody. I think it's kind of crappy. That should be free to allow to chat with people. But that's something that I guess that's what we need to do. So I understand, guys, I'm probably rambling, and I get that. So I apologize if you guys think I'm rambling. But I think this whole situation can be avoided if these companies really start, finishing their games and not putting them on platforms like Xbox, PlayStation, and Steam unbaked, not fully baked. Then you're spending all this money on Plus or Ultimate, or even or on a gaming rig to play a game that's broken, either free online or not. Helldivers 2 still has issues where I'm still being kicked out of games, and I ain't being kicked out. The game just loses connection randomly. Now I'm only playing on the PC side now because I had an issue with Microsoft and being with Sony. Now it's spreading to the PC side, where you're being kicked randomly just because it wants to just kick you out. And that's sad because you switch back and forth trying to figure out which side you can play on, because you open the you open up the multiplayer or the cross play, and it's like you're getting kicked. But you play games like Battlefield or Call of Duty, you're perfectly fine. Playing with two different situations. You're playing with the PlayStation and Xbox and PC, or vice versa, and you have no issues. But games like Helldivers 2 has a problem going on to this day. I had Battlefield issues with the game crashing, but I never got kicked from a game playing the whole time the game was crashing and buggy. The online situation worked. Granted, we were staring at at things coming out of the sky, us falling through the ground but it worked. A lot of things that these game companies can do, and they don't have to keep cranking up the prices. They don't have to keep cranking the prices up. They can give the consumer a break. Okay, stop raising prices of Ultimate. Stop raising prices of Plus. The game prices are going to be $80 here soon. You don't have to crank up the damn month to $20 a month, so you get that extra $3. To give the consumer a break. People having trouble trying to find work or sustain bills, and they want some enjoyment in their life. Don't take that away from them because you think it's funny because you have to have an extra yacht, or oh my god, the game companies we're buying is expensive. Yeah, Microsoft, when you sit there and blow over 80 billion, 90 billion dollars of money, acquiring all these companies, and you fart out titles that are just I wouldn't even sell in bargain bins. Yeah, it does. It does make it hard for people. So I think people just need to start accepting that. And start accepting the fact that we need to be hooked into every little ecosystem. Well, guys, what do you think? I had PlayStation Plus, but I don't have it anymore because I don't have PlayStation at all app anymore. I know I don't have a console. But if you're hooked into Xbox, PlayStation, or any other service that deals with games only, comment down below. Catch you guys later. Peace, love, be safe. Oh yeah, my information. Sorry, I'll be giving away 2 1-month Game Pass Ultimates. When I hit 200 subscribers, I'll do a special video about that, talking about it and ways you win it. I'll send you guys a message, hopefully on Steam. Of course, it's going to be not Steam, but on Xbox only. So, I would require you guys' Xbox gamer tag and stuff like that. But I'll do a special video on that probably within here a week or two after the situation is done. A week or two after the video, and I'll make my decision. And I'll send the message to the person with the code, and that'll be it. And then you guys will get 2 lucky people will win. I believe it's a big thank you for helping me grow my channel from 13 to 200 approaching in the span of it's been 11 years. It's been longer than 11 years. It's been about almost 14 years, almost 15 years. Yeah. It's been 15 years since I've been on YouTube. Long time. I'll probably do guys a 15-year review or 15-year anniversary, or I'll do the Xbox Game Pass Ultimate 2 1-month giveaways. Or I'll message you guys privately on Xbox, obviously. Or if you have Steam, you can give me your Steam account, whatever. And we'll go from there. See you guys later. Peace out. More information will be available here in a few weeks. Peace out. Be safe.